Where did the Go go? Oh no. Hey everyone, my name is Guus, that's Guus. And remember how I was telling you at the end of the last video that it was gonna snow? Man, did it snow. About 10-15 centimeters yesterday. It just snowed all day and I went for a run in that snow. So it had already, I think, snowed a good 10 centimeters, and then I went out while it was still snowing. I had so much fun, and this was also the perfect opportunity to take the Insta360 GO with me, as I tend to do on most of my runs, and test it out in these snowy weather conditions. I have some observations to share with you, as well as the fact that I have a confirmation of some suspicion surrounding the Go when it comes to using the Go in cold temperatures. But before I go into more detail about that, let me first show you what my run yesterday looked like exactly. It was beautiful out there, about -5 degrees Celsius, so just below that freezing point. The snow was still very fresh and lightweight, and I just had so much fun. The run was about 6.3 kilometers, more or less, and the tempo, I was running through 10 centimeters of snow, so the tempo was about 5 minutes and 23 seconds per kilometer, but I was just living my best life out there, not really caring about the tempo, and just enjoying every single moment of it. But that's not why you are here, probably. You are here for me to talk about the Insta360 GO and using it in these snowy conditions. So I have two observations that I want to share with you. The first one has to do with the quality of the Go during a snowstorm. It's not a storm, but it was still snowing while I was running, so there were a lot of clouds still above me when I was filming with the Go, and you can definitely see that in the quality of the Go. The Go does so well when the sun is out, but as soon as it gets just a little bit darker, the quality just takes a big hit. Hold up one moment. I've always wanted to do one of these interruptions, and now is the perfect opportunity. So I did go out for more runs over the last couple of days after the video that you're watching right now was already recorded, obviously, and the sun has been shining quite a lot actually. So I will be putting in a couple of clips from the Go recorded during sunny snow runs as well, just as a point of reference, and so you can compare a little bit. So I think that's it. Back to the video. A lot of noise gets introduced and colors become less clear. So that's something I struggle with the Go. It's an amazing camera. It's, I would say, one of a kind. There are some kind of imitations out there, but of course the video quality isn't great, and especially in these cloudy conditions, the Go really takes a beating. Then point number 2, and the last one, is actually a confirmation of a suspicion that I already had, but I just had to go out into the cold again to make sure that this was actually the case. And this was actually also confirmed to me in the comments by somebody called Brandon Williams. And he also said, the Go has some problems in the cold. As some of you might already know, I tend to wear the Go in this headband that I just attached to my head, obviously, and then I carry this little tripod with me if I want to take any like third person shots or shots of me running by. So it's definitely pretty exposed out there. And I really noticed that it got pretty cold pretty quickly during this run. So I managed to film properly for about 10 minutes, I think. Well, that's a lie. I have it set to that when I push the button, it records for 1 minute. And during the first 10, let's say 15 minutes, that wasn't a problem at all. After that, I started noticing that the Go shut off sooner. So before that 1 minute was over. So I would press the button, it would record for 40 seconds instead and then shut off. Then 5 minutes later I pressed again, it would only record for 20 seconds and then shut off. Up to some point when I just pressed the button, it recorded for 1 second and it shut itself off again. Just because it had gotten too cold. How did I solve this issue? It's really easy. I just took the Go out of the headband because it's magnetic, of course, so it's really, really easy. And then in my running pants, in the back, there's a little pocket. So I just put it in there for not long, 2-3 minutes, let it warm up a little bit. I put it back in the headband like that, and it filmed normally again. Another solution that I thought of when I had already put it in my little butt pocket of the pants was to just simply slide it into the glove. So I was wearing gloves, so I figured, you can just slide it in there, hold it for a little bit. It might be a bit more secure, especially when running in the snow. There's some risk of falling, of course. And if you fall on your butt and there's the camera there, then you might break it. But it's a bit more secure maybe to put it in the palm of your hand underneath your glove. You can also kind of hold on to it. And then 1, 2, 3 minutes and it's warmed up again and you can get back to filming. It's maybe a little bit inconvenient because at some moment, you are running past, you press the button and suddenly it doesn't want to record. You're not gonna wait there for 2-3 minutes, especially if it's freezing outside. So you might have missed the opportunity to record what you wanted to record. So what I would say is if you are running or whatever you are doing in the cold, and you know that in the next 5 minutes, there's nothing you want to go out and record. Of course, there's always opportunities that you didn't anticipate beforehand. But if you know, like, okay, there's this big rock I want to film that's in 10 minutes, whatever, then just make sure that the Go is warm once you reach that rock. So put it in your pocket or in your glove for a couple of minutes and allow it to warm up. Talking about these two things I just described to you, do I see them as deal breakers? Maybe the first one a little more than the second one, because quality, you can't improve it. Like the lens is the lens and it's not gonna pick up more light than it already does. And it makes sense that it doesn't pick up a whole lot of light because it's such a tiny lens, of course. But at the same time, it's something to expect. It's something to just simply manage your expectations. And if you want better quality, you're gonna have to pick up a bigger camera. And at that point, the purpose of the Go, I feel like, is kind of beaten already, especially for me, because I wear this with me pretty much every run. And if I don't use it, I can just forget about it. So it's not that big a problem. That's the point one. So I think that's not a deal breaker for me, but it's probably the biggest deal breaker of the two, because the second point, as I already said, the solution is super easy. You might have to anticipate a little bit, but at the same time, it's a great camera. So tiny, so small. I keep saying it in all of my videos, but I just really, really enjoy it. Now, there might be some other things about the Insta360 GO that are deal breakers to you. And as I already said, it's good to manage your expectations when it comes to this tiny, tiny action camera. So I'm gonna link my Insta360 GO playlist right up there with all the videos I have made about the Insta360 GO. There are a bunch of different topics out there, mainly surrounding running, of course, because that is what I tend to use the Go for the most. But go and check it out. If you are planning to buy the Go, I think it's a really good resource, and be sure to also stick around and like those videos if you do enjoy them or you find them helpful. The same holds for this video. So of course, in case you enjoyed it or it was helpful, leave a like down below. Let's try to beat my last video. It had 14 views and 4 likes. Can we do better than that? I sure hope so. I will also link my last video up there right now, so you can go and watch it and bring those viewer numbers and likes up a little bit. Pretty please. Anyways, if you want to see more of these videos, let me know down in the comments below. Also stick around by subscribing to my YouTube channel, but that's really everything I wanted to talk about today. So thank you so much for watching. Just keep on rolling and you'll see me again in the next one. Bye bye.